the Olympic Stadium in Amsterdam, Sunday the 16th of October, and the 41st running of the Amsterdam Marathon. There's the defending champion, Bernard Kipyego, in search of his third win here in Amsterdam. Number 2, Sami Kitwara, the fastest athlete in the field, in search of his first big city marathon victory. Well, the athletes lining up at the start of the race. The first 200 metres of the marathon in the Olympic Stadium before they head out onto the streets of Amsterdam, led out by 3 pacemakers as the runners head off in search of a new course record here in Amsterdam. Well, the first sign of weakness from 3-time champion here, Wilson Chebet, as he misses his drinks bottle at the first water station just past 5 kilometres. Well, lots of runners from around the world here. The elites passing the fun runners just past 10 kilometres as they go past the second drink station. A big group of Kenyan and Ethiopian runners. That's the Ethiopian runner, Meselech Melkamu, one of the favourites here in the women's race. Defending champion, Bernard Kipyego, number 1, seeking a third win here in Amsterdam, and the leaders being led out by the 3 pacemakers down on the banks of the Amstel River, flyboarding on the water, on the tarmac. A fast race for the leading athletes, and they pass through 25-30 kilometres, and the pacemakers still at the front, and Wilson Chebet, the 3-time champion, starting to struggle and having to work very hard to stay with that leading group. Well, Chebet fights his way back into that leading group, but it's Geoffrey Kirui, the young 23-year-old, who starts to push the pace as the pacemakers step aside, and Chebet is the first to falter, and his race is over from now on. But it's a leading group of 3 Kenyans, with Sami Kitwara running alongside Geoffrey Kirui, and the athletes passing the Rijksmuseum for the 2nd time on the course. Geoffrey Kirui starting to struggle and drop back from that leading group, leaving Wanjiru and Kitwara, and this is where Wanjiru makes a decisive break with just 3 kilometres to run and opening up a big lead over Sami Kitwara. Daniel Wanjiru, the surprise. Sami Kitwara, fastest athlete on paper, now having to fight very hard to hold on to 2nd place as he's pursued by Marius Kimutai and Laban Korea. And here's Daniel Wanjiru entering the Olympic Stadium on his way to a first victory here in Amsterdam and a new course record for the Kenyan, 2 hours, 5 minutes and 21 seconds. And it's not only a win for Kenya, it's a 1-2-3 with Samuel Kitwara taking 2nd and 3rd going to Marius Kimutai. So there's the rankings in the men's race. Wanjiru winning in a new course record, and the defending champion Bernard Kipyego down in 8th place. In the Dutch Marathon Championship here in Amsterdam, Khalid Choukoud winning the national title in a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes and 23 seconds, and so just missing the World Championship qualifying time. The women's race won by Ethiopian athlete Meselech Melkamu, her 2nd marathon victory of 2016 and her first here in Amsterdam. So the final rankings in the women's race, a 1-2 for Ethiopia and one of the pre-race favourites, Priska Jet2, finishing in 4th. And the Dutch marathon title in the women's race going to Ruth van der Meijden, well under her own personal best. So the podium finishers from this year's Amsterdam Marathon: Melkamu winning the women's, Wanjiru winning the men's, the greatest hero of them all, the Amsterdam superheroes.